In the ancient lands of Anatolia, where the mountains stood tall and the rivers whispered secrets of old, there lived a people known as the Hittites. They were mighty warriors and wise rulers, but they were also deeply spiritual. They worshipped many gods and goddesses, each holding power over the forces of nature and the lives of men. Among these divine beings, one stood out with her gentle light and mysterious presence, the moon goddess known as Arinna. Though she was also called by other names in different tales, the Hittites believed that the moon was not just a bright circle in the sky, but a living goddess who watched over them. She was the daughter of the great storm god Teshup and the sun goddess of Arinna. Some stories say she was the sister of the mighty sun god, while others claim she was his wife. But no matter how the tales changed, one thing remained the same. The moon goddess was a kind and powerful figure, guiding travelers in the dark, protecting the innocent, and bringing wisdom to those who sought her light. Long ago, in the heart of the Hittite kingdom, there was a young priestess named Lallis. She served in the temple of Arinna, where she spent her nights singing hymns to the moon goddess and studying the stars. The people of her village respected her, for she had visions, dreams sent by the goddess herself. One evening, as Lallis stood beneath the silver glow of the moon, she felt a strange stirring in the air. The wind carried whispers, and the shadows seemed to move with purpose. That night, she dreamed of a great darkness spreading across the land, swallowing villages and turning men against one another. When she awoke, Lallis knew she had to act. She went to the elders and told them of her vision. The wise men listened carefully, for they knew the moon goddess often spoke through her chosen servants. "The darkness comes," Lallis warned. "Only the light of Arinna can hold it back." The elders nodded gravely. They remembered an old prophecy, a time when the moon would fade and evil would rise. If the moon goddess abandoned the sky, the world would fall into chaos. Determined to save her people, Lallis set out on a journey to the sacred mountain where the gods were said to dwell. It was a dangerous path, filled with wild beasts and treacherous cliffs, but the priestess did not fear. She carried with her a small silver disc, a holy symbol of the moon goddess, and as she walked, she prayed for guidance. For days and nights she traveled, her faith never wavering. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the first stars appeared, Lallis reached the peak of the mountain. There, beneath the vast sky, she built a small altar of stones and lit a fire. She held the silver disc high and sang the ancient hymns of her people. The wind grew still, and the night seemed to hold its breath. Then, from the edge of the world, a soft light appeared. The moon goddess herself stepped down from the heavens, her robes shimmering like pale silk, her eyes as deep as the night sky. "Why have you come, child of the earth?" the goddess asked. Lallis knelt before her, and spoke of the darkness in her vision, of the fear that gripped the land. The moon goddess listened, her expression unreadable. After a long silence, she spoke. "The balance of light and dark is delicate," she said. "Men have forgotten the old ways. They no longer honor the gods, and so the shadows grow stronger." Lallis begged the goddess to help. "We still believe," she said. "We still pray. Do not abandon us." The moon goddess looked upon the priestess with kindness. "You have a pure heart," she said. "For your faith, I will give you this warning. Tell your people to light fires on the night of the next new moon. Let no village be without flame. The light of men must join the light of the heavens, or all will be lost." With those words, the goddess vanished, leaving only the silver disc in Lallis's hands, now glowing faintly. The priestess hurried back to her village and told the elders what she had seen. The message spread quickly. On the night of the new moon, when the sky was darkest, every home, every temple, every corner of the land burned with fire. Torches lined the roads, and great bonfires blazed in the village squares. As the people watched, something miraculous happened. Though the moon was hidden, a soft glow began to spread across the sky. It was as if Thousands of tiny stars had gathered to form the shape of the moon goddess herself, her light weaving through the smoke of the fires below. The darkness that had crept into the land shrank back, defeated by the combined will of gods and men. From that night on, the Hittites never forgot the power of the moon goddess. They held festivals in her honor, lighting fires to remind themselves that even in the darkest times, her light would return. And though empires rose and fell, though the Hittites themselves faded into history, the tale of the moon goddess and the priestess who saved her people lived on. To this day, when you look up at the night sky and see the moon shining bright, remember, she is more than just a distant light. She is Arinna, the gentle guardian of the night, the goddess who watches over all who walk in darkness, waiting to guide them home. And so ends the story of the moon goddess of the Hittites, a tale of faith, courage, and the enduring power of light.